Welcome to Sparking Success with Aaron Opalewski. Aaron brings you conversations that spark innovation, cultivate leadership skills, and pave the way for your business success. In each episode, we delve into the dynamic world of business and leadership, exploring strategies, insights, and success stories that fuel your professional journey.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sparking Success. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that I think has been really important to me over the last 17 years. And as you're looking for something to potentially evaluate, hey, what do I need to work on going into 2025? There could be a lot of things, right? We all have stuff to improve on, but I highly recommend evaluating how you're doing in this specific area. Because if you're struggling in this is an area that would be really good to work at getting better at in 2025. And that is doing things that you don't feel like doing. Yes, that's right. Doing things when you don't feel like doing them can become a superpower. And so I want to start out, I'm going to kind of hit this from 3 different points, and this will be quick. But first and foremost, when we do things that we don't want to do, we're setting ourselves apart from the crowd. See, 90% or more of people just do things when they feel like doing them. They stop doing them, or they don't do them consistently if they don't feel like it. And so right there, in and of itself, if you want to move towards an elite level, if you can just train yourself, not just once, but over and over again to do things when you don't want to do them, you're going to be ahead of 90% of people. That's powerful. That's impactful. That's something that I know from experience will work for you if you implement it. The key is we can't implement that once. We can't implement that twice. We have to consistently implement that over and over again. And when we're able to do that, what happens is over time, we see some wins from it. And when you have wins from this, it helps reinforce this in your head that doing hard things matter. Doing things that I don't feel like doing matter. One of the ways we get better is by showing up and practicing. And some of you might have played sports. And so this was my first experience with doing this. I think it taught me a lot about the topic, is that not every day did I feel like going to practice. Not every day did I feel like running hard or, doing whatever was required. But what you learn through the process of that is that there's a lot of growth in showing up and being consistent and doing things at the highest level you possibly can, even when you don't feel like it. You also learn that once you get yourself in that mode of doing that once you get into it, it's not that bad. You can kind of get into the rhythm. And so the only way we don't get in that rhythm is if we choose not to start, or we procrastinate, or if we don't do it, which generally leads us to feel guilty or feel like, knowing that we miss an opportunity to be consistent, and it's a vicious cycle. And so you see, this is just an area where if we really apply some grit, if we really apply the ability to try and push ourselves when we don't feel like doing something, to go after it and continue stepping forward, I promise you're going to see a ton of success from that. So the other thing that this does is it gives you a compound effect. And see, this might take you a year or 3 years or 5 years, but you can literally point to areas in your life, the better you get at this, where by doing those things over and over again, one, you'll develop some new skills, some things that you didn't think you could do that you realize you can. And that becomes very empowering to somebody. But you also start to see the product of what happens with that over time, and that can be the compound effect of success. I'll give you an example today. We're recording this on a Monday morning. I had a lot going on, this weekend. We had our company Christmas party on Friday, and it was awesome. It was probably my favorite one that we've had yet. But the day after those, I generally feel a little worn out. I had a really full day on Saturday as well. So I got to decompress a little bit yesterday. Coming into today was the first thing that I wanted to do was record a podcast. No, it really wasn't, because we have a laundry list of other stuff that we need to get done before the end of the year that I'm working on specifically, some projects that I got to make sure move forward over the next 20 days or so. And I could have easily text EJ or text Chris and said, "Hey, look, like, let's not record this today. There's just too much to do." But see, I'm still applying exactly what we're talking about. I'm talking to myself too, because this isn't something that we get good at for a month or a year or even 17 years and we've just arrived. No, we have to keep doing this all the time. But the common factor here is that when you can look back on your past successes from doing things that you didn't necessarily want to do in the moment, but seeing where that paid off in the long term, it helps you get more in the mode of like, well, I have to continue that. I know what I have to do. I have to continue to do things that I don't want to do. I have to continue to do things when I feel less than 100% because none of us feel 100% all the time. None of us are always motivated. The difference that 10% of people that can apply themselves when they're feeling less than optimal are ahead of the other 90%. And when they do that consistently over time, it's light years. This is how you grow. This is how you move forward in any area of life. It could be athletics, it could be business, it could be um, music, it could be all over the place. Where you apply yourself consistently is where you're going to grow. And so you can choose to do that, or you can choose to be like the 90% that don't. You're gonna have a result either way, but if you want to grow and get the best version of yourself in an area, then this is something that you need to apply in your life. And if you haven't done a good job of this, well, guess what? The great news is the best time to start is right now. Have a great day. And we'd ask that you would like, share, and subscribe. And if you can, when you're sharing this, just give this to one other person that could use this advice. I think everyone, including me, can use this advice over and over again. It's a great reminder of how we move forward and how we can get better. Thank you.